Hello guys, welcome back to another episode, and here I'm just setting up a few things. I'm creating this enrichment chamber because this enrichment chamber is going to be useful in this area, this little room, which is going to be sort of my machines. Just kind of leaving on the table. I'm not going to sort of wire it, or if I do, I'll just put wires back here so you can hardly see them. And it should be alright. Should be perfectly fine. I have two heat generators, which I made off screen, and I have an enrichment chamber here now. But I do need to make a battery, and I need to go check the recipe for that, because unfortunately, recipes in this don't work. So if we search battery, we click that. Oh, okay, battery works. That's one that works. Battery box also works. Why? A few recipes from mechanisms don't work. So if we search enrichment chamber, you can hear that. Oh dear. That's going to mess up my recording insanely because I accidentally minimized the window and made it in a weird shape, and oh god. Yeah, it just doesn't work. A few of them work, but not all of them, and I'm not entirely sure why. So in order to find out the recipe for an enrichment chamber, I had to sort of because we aren't using the latest version of mechanisms, because mechanisms and Galacticraft with the latest version, they had a lot of incompatibility, so I had to sort of use an out-of-date version in the pack. Otherwise we wouldn't be able to use Galacticraft alongside it, which is unfortunate. So a few of these recipes work, and I didn't think the battery did, but apparently it does. So what do we need? Tin, redstone, and coal. That is very simple. And there's tin. 5. Let's cook up some tin, and we have everything to make a battery. Because a lot of the Galacticraft things don't take direct currents. Like the fuel, what was it? The refinery. Every time I click that button. Refinery, this doesn't take direct currents, which is a bit strange. Oh, that's fairly simple to make. That is very simple to make, actually. Yeah, it doesn't take direct currents, which is from a wire, which is why I'm going to have to sort of use batteries to power everything, and just going to have to charge batteries and that sort of thing, just keep batteries charged and whatever else. And I'm gonna sort of invest my coal into charge the batteries, and then slowly smelt down more and more of this so I can get some dust and then smelt it up, because it is double the amount, so I can do half the work basically. But this is sort of my laboratory room, as I said. My basic machines. I have to have my wrench on the table, because one thing I absolutely love is if you right click, it places it on a table, which I think is beautiful and brilliant. I don't know how you create like plates or something, unless of course you have plates in this, because I presume, well, this is for aesthetics. No real, well, you got that, but no plates and knives and forks and whatever. So I don't know what you do to sort of fix that, but yeah, it's very nice, and we're gonna try and get set up and have some sort of room to launch our rocket from. This room is going to be exactly the same as that one, and I'm sort of going to mimic and copy. I'm just going to make hallways around. There's sort of 8 long, 5 wide. It is 5 wide, is it not? 6 wide rather. 6 wide. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to mimic that in here, and then I don't know what I'm going to put in. I'm just going to do something, but yeah. My horse unfortunately died. Not entirely sure why. Like I said, which killed itself because I came back online. The fence was there. There was just a piece of leather on the ground. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure how or why it killed itself. Or how it died. Is that one of my sheep? But it did. I also planted some wheat down here, and I did have a few sheep down here. And yeah, that is one of my sheep. That got out somehow. So, get back in the hole. I just hope he doesn't run off. Get back in. You know what we'll do. We can do that to get out, because they can't handle the current. and that's easy for us to get out. We can just destroy the dirt. Might as well breed them, actually. Where's the seed gone? Only one seed? Really? That's a bit annoying, but, you know. I created this because the wire requires wool to make. And there's also some leather, which I need to get soon. So I need to sort of do a lot more farming. But this is just temporary, hopefully, anyway. I'll make something a bit more automated and sophisticated later on, or further down the line, hopefully. Now, let's put that there. I also should start with the carrots as well. I might make another blender. See how that works. Did I actually? Yes, of course I did. Alright, so let's make that battery. Well, at least one battery to start with, and smelt up some coal. Might just get a stack of coal, but I don't know how much it requires. Which way around? There we go. Beautiful. Does this tell us any hints or tricks? Alright, you know, I'm going to do some maths here. Maybe. Put that in. And burn it. Because this is a heat generator. So this basically does exactly what it says on the tin. It generates heat. So we put coal in, the coal burns, and then that heat is used to output current. So the higher the heat, the more that's generated, I assume. So me doing this test is actually pointless. There's no point. I may as well just lob in some coal and then just be careful and check in back. Check what? And check in at some point and see how far the battery's charged, because that's not really doing much at all, is it? So, oh, that should be perfectly fine to charge. It does make a lovely little humming sound. And I don't think this powers the enrichment chamber, although I might go test that, because if it does, there's no point me using a battery to power it. Because I know these things do something weird, where if they're connected to by the same wire, or if they're connected in some strange way, they actually... Oh wow, that tore through the coal. Yeah, if they're connected by the same strange wire, they sort of split the coal, and when they're destroyed, the coal goes to another heat generator that's located somewhere else. So this could potentially power the enrichment chamber, but I'm not too sure. So I'm gonna have to look into that. I also need to get more food. I need to get some sort of eating arrangement, because currently I've just been going around hunting, and that's not gonna last me forever, and that's not gonna get me very far either. So yeah, that's pretty much it at the moment, and I'll bring you guys back in when I have progressed in some other area. Okay, I've gotten a few resources together and put them in the table, sort of halfway through the crafting stage, just so you can see the recipes, because some of the recipes don't appear. I think all the recipes currently do. This table has nothing in, by the way. Just I crafted one extra, so there you go. First one is this oxygen concentrator, which we need for some oxygen gear. Second is a heavy oxygen tank, and we need to make 2 of these. And then the third is the oxygen gear. And why would you need these, you might ask? Well, if you put them on like so, then you might notice we are actually pimped out, ready to go to space. Kind of. We need to we need to fuel these tanks, I guess the correct word would be. We need to fill them with oxygen, which isn't too hard. That's not a hard task. If we just search oxygen, we did oxygen collector and a compressor. Compressor, there you go, it's not too hard. I have to make another one of them. Bronze ingots, I don't think it's too hard either. Yeah, just tin and copper. Yep, just not really that hard. And where is the... that was the compressor. Where's the collector? There's a collector. And the combination of both these, along with these oxygen pipes, which crafted like so, we can sort of power them and then ship oxygen from one and fill the tanks but probably you need to make another battery, to be honest. The battery we're currently using is pretty much done as far as fuel goes. It hasn't got much left. So there's another battery. I'll just shove in. There we go, 45 on each of them, even though the other one still has some charge left in it. Now I'll just leave these to go check power. So if we put this in here, there we go. Now we got 2 batteries charging, and we could put, I don't know, maybe we'll put the oxygen set up here, and then we can just have it pump oxygen directly through, so we'll have like something here. There we go, like the pipe here. Pretty sure we can put the pipe down and one here. Like that. That's probably what we'll do. And then we can just pump oxygen straight through, and it should be perfectly fine. Okay, stage 2 of rocket plan. Copper wire. Boom. 2 of these basic circuits. Shove the basic circuits in here. And then shove that there. And boom. I've prepared the room that I'm going to use. I'm actually going to move all this stuff into the room as well. I'm by no means ready to go to space. I still need the oxygen, and I still need to actually make the rocket. This is the room, along with the silo, which, yeah, well, it's a silo. Shut up. It's a silo. I said so. And do I have to get rid? I can't place this in here. Does it need more room? Oh, I haven't done the ceiling. I've only just noticed that the ceiling's not done correctly. Do you know how to... No, I don't know anything about Tinker's construct. Maybe it's because I'm cheap and this isn't in fact... That's odd. Right, well, give me a minute, because I'm going to find out what you need to place this on. I have had a slightly ingenious plan on how to place this workbench, because my initial thought for how I was going to use this silo was up there I would sort of just have the launch pad floating, and then I would have it go off, whatever. So I've just extended this silo a bit down further, because I found out that this NASA workbench, well, from what I can tell, requires a 3x3x4 area with exposure, with a 3x3 exposure to sort of light. I say 3x3x4. I want to say that I mean 3x3 x, z, y being the 4. So I'm gonna test to see how well this little ingenious plan of mine works, because if I cover it up, I don't know what happens. I'm hoping it stays and doesn't just pop off onto the ground or whatever, which it could very well do. So if I do this, that stays. Yep, it does. Okay, so that should all be fine. Should have no issues there. Really? Oh, now I remember what I was doing with the iron. I sort of smelted up a bunch of iron, but I can't remember what I was doing with it. New schematics. Okay, yeah, here we go. That's the rocket layout. So now we can actually make a rocket. We're not going to, because we don't have enough parts to, and nor do we have enough resources to, or anything like that. And I need to fill up the this stuff, the oxygen supplies. I need to fill that up. And before we go, I have to make a flag. I have no choice, but I have to make a flag. I have to land on the moon first, and I have to say, "This is my turf. You came here late." Just as a little thing. You just have to have a flag. You can't not have a flag. Come on, you're going to the moon. Going to the moon, man. But we can actually make a flag by... I'm trying to think what colour. Red or black? Both colours are QR colours, but I don't know which one to go with. I'm leaning more towards black, but my head looks weird on a black flag. So I might just do that. Canvas, yeah, I just need to go grind spiders pretty much. Steel pole, not too hard. Although the annoying thing is, you need 3 steel poles. But doing this gives you 2. That's just a bit annoying, in my opinion. I don't know what happened there. I just glitched through the block, and my eating arrangement is getting worse and worse. I'm just kind of rummaging through my chest to try and find any loose foods or anything that is edible, because I've got nothing to eat, and I'm just kind of living off bread at the moment, and the bread's terrible. Let's be honest. Bread is not good at all. It's annoying you can't turn that back into string. That would be very useful. Very useful indeed. But no, can't do it, so, you know. That's a pity. Right. So that's all done, dusted. I did charge up the battery, but then I used a lot of the charge of the battery to sort of smelt things down. Got 2 batteries there, 700 and 546. Or 700 and something odd. So yeah, that's our mission silo, and I'll get back to you again when I've got something done and ready to show you. Here we are, we're back, and we have 6 recipes to show you. Now, if we look at the first one, we got some liquid canisters, and we got this one for that as well. Take that glass out, and I'll shove it in here. Liquid canisters, the portable oil extractor, and these are used if we go find the oil source, which is like somewhere down in the cave. There's a lot of oil just lying around, basically. We can fill up these cans, and then with that, we can put them in this refinery. And with the refinery, we can refine it into fuel. Then we have the oxygen compressor, the oxygen collector, and the fuel loader. So once we have the fuel, we can put the fuel into the rocket by putting this next to the launch pad, which will cover up this hole. And I've put this down here just because, well, yeah, I just put it down there basically. And then the oxygen compressor. Well, no, oxygen collector first just sucks in oxygen from the atmosphere and then pumps it through a tube, and then it pumps it into the oxygen compressor, which will fill up these tanks for us. So it shouldn't be too hard. We can actually maybe demonstrate this, potentially, if we take one of these tanks. If we go over here, and I'll put a collector here. I need the wrench. I need to change the way this faces, so we can connect a pipe. Then if we take the batteries, I've been doing a lot of smelts like this. Battery is really weak at the moment. If we put this in here, shove that battery in there, shove that battery in there. Now you see it's sort of absorbing in blue, and see, there you go, it's pumping out of oxygen, it's storing in electricity. That's not going to last very long, but it's going to pump that up and slowly fill it up. So you look there. Oh, please don't tell me that's done that stupid thing. Oh no, it hasn't, because well, the fuel does a really stupid thing where if you put the empty fuel can, this thing, because you need to put fuel in this as well, but it's fine just to transport around, but it does a really stupid thing where if you put it in, then it fills up one and then it's done, then you need to consume that fuel and it will fill it up as much as it can, but it won't fill it up anymore if it's already damaged. If that makes any sense? It's just really stupid, basically. So yeah, this will get slowly filled up with oxygen, which is quite alright. It's fine. It doesn't take that much power, actually. We need these to be filled up so we can actually breathe when we go to the moon. We're rather close, to be honest, in terms of progress. We're very close in what we really need to do. You may notice that I have got enchanted gear now. I've got an enchanted bow. I did make a enchantment room here, along with this pickaxe. This pickaxe, fortune 3, efficiency 4. So put that away there. Yeah, it's a simple enchantment room. Just like cows over here. They have a room in there. I don't know what it is. I just made it, and the doors are open because, well, why not? So yeah, there you go. Pretty simple stuff. Not too hard, really, to do. And then after we compress this, we won't have to use it for a while because we made the large oxygen tanks before. If you check the recipe, there you go. We made these large ones so they can carry the most out of any of the tanks. So if we search oxygen, you see you've got different tiers. So you've got this green one. There you go. This one, the green one can hold 90. Orange can hold 180. This can hold 270. So it's just that it's harder to craft as you. Not that much harder though, it's just a tad harder to craft, and I just went straight for the red because I didn't feel like wasting resources on crafting a different one. Is that full now? That is full, I believe. 200, no it's not. Needs 2 more. Now it's full. So now we have one full oxygen tank. We have another one. There we go. The only other thing I really need before going into space is the only other thing I actually, well, there's 2 things. I need a parachute, just craft it like so. At the moment I'm just trying to find the string, and one thing I do want, I don't necessarily need, but I want it, a flag, so I can place a flag down when I get into there. I'm thinking flag.